Hello there, Ben. So let's just go over a little bit about your site. It looks very nice. I can tell you've put some good work into it. I was really pleased with some of the changes you made to the graphic when we talked that day. I think you've really cleaned it up a lot, and it looks very, very nice. So I really like that aspect of it. So your site, I think what we need to do here, the biggest changes I'm seeing are that you need to integrate your site a little bit better. And let's talk about what I mean here. So you're talking about West African cuisine, I'm guessing. Um, the um, the intro talks about just good food in general, and I don't you want to if you're starting this site out by saying this is all about West African cuisine, and I'm trying to remember, I watched your video a little while ago, but
When one hears about people from another country, often what comes to mind are differences. They have different cultures, different traditions, different foods, or at
yeah.
least so we
So
think. In order to find out how different cultural foods really are, I enlisted the help of Beverly Onka, who is a pilot for Nigerian Airlines and who lives in the Nigerian capital of Abuja.
okay, so yeah, so you are talking about West African cuisine even in the video, so I think that's great. um, so I think um, this general statement here is fine, but I think then you need to work in with the words a little bit more about the whole concept of West African cuisine and what that means. Uh, so I think you need to do that before you set all this up. So that's one thing I want you to work on. The other thing with the video is the other thing that I want you to work on is making a nice poster frame here. Uh, basically choosing a nice frame in your video and using it to, like, even one like this that might work extremely well. Something like this that's very simple, that has the food and basically you know putting the words that an expert's opinion or Nigerian chef talks about something, basically a little poster frame here at the very beginning. And you can do that in Vimeo and put that at the beginning. It's going to make your page just look a lot better overall. So I would suggest definitely adding a poster frame to that. I like this gallery of images, especially if they are from West Africa. Um, and so what I would want you to do, though, is sort of introduce it. So I want to understand why they're here, what they're about. Give me some context for these at the beginning. But overall, really nice. It's coming along extremely well, and I just think you need to do some tweaking with the writing and a little bit more setup of the site so I can go through it and understand it a little bit better. It may be that as nice as this graphic is that you worked on, it may be that the video is a little bit more contextual. I want you to be thinking about how it all flows together, how it flows down the page. When they read the intro, is it best they go next to the video and then they get, a specific recipe? Does she talk about the rice in the video, which I believe she does? So you want to make sure that it unfolds nicely for the user, that they're coming and the story is sort of unfolding very well. That said, that's what your homepage is about. Really great. Now, this galleries page, I'm not sure why it's here. I'm thinking you probably don't want to have a galleries page here. Perhaps on your personal website you can, and I know you have a well put together personal website as well, but I would almost eliminate the galleries page unless it is, those are images from the home page maybe. I don't know, are these images that are in your galleries? I'm not sure. So I would either keep the gallery at the bottom or eliminate this menu altogether, because in your About page, what you have here is what needs to go on the contact page. So this is, tell me a little bit about Ben. You may want to basically put your email right up here, so if they want to contact you, they can, click on that immediately. But I think this is a great page. I just would redo this page and put this as your contact page, because the about page needs to be basically I've come to this site, I've come to this story site, I read the story, I look at the great graphics, I look at your great video, I look at all of that, and then the about page needs to tell me this story was an assignment, a final project assignment for JMC 221 at UNC Chapel Hill. At the beginning of the semester, the class was given a broad umbrella topic of food, and I chose to focus on West African cuisine because I feel like it's an important, often neglected, whatever it is your news judgment made you decide about. I want to know, if I'm your potential employer, he can put a great package together. How did he do it? Like, the about page is kind of how he did it. And then, wow, I'm so impressed with his news judgment. I'm so impressed with the quality of his work. Then I want to go to the contact page. Tell me how to get in touch with you. Right now, the contact form is fine, and you can make it so that you do home, and then you could even say about, and then you can say maybe about the creator or something like that for this one. So home, about the creator, and then a contact page. That would be fine as well. But basically, give me some context for understanding your news judgment. So overall, I like a couple of things. Really want to try to refine this writing. You want to make sure you show, hey, I'm a great with graphics, I can great with video, and I can write well. And so you want to make sure you sort of integrate the whole story together with the writing. That's a really good aspect of the writing that you want to do. So even things like this, possibly one of the most unifying forces in the world is our collective enjoyment of good food. No matter what country you are from, what your ethnicity is, regardless of your upbringing or socioeconomic status, everybody enjoys good food. And this is good, but you're using good food again here, and you used it up here, so maybe everybody enjoys a good meal. Whatever it is you want to do to bring it in. That shared enjoyment can be a catalyst and tool for learning about other cultures and where they come from. Then there's got to be something that's going to West Africa is one of those cultures that people in the U.S. know little about. There's blah blah blah. So then you're going to start talking about that, and then it makes sense. Oh, I'm looking at a graphic about a cuisine from West Africa, and then I have a video with somebody who's talking about some of the things that she's learned in West Africa about West African cuisine from being there. Anyway, long story here, but overall really nice. And if you can make those few tweaks, I think it's going to be an excellent final project. So great work, and we will see what it looks like on Tuesday. Thanks, Ben.